Hello, I am back today once again to cover another episode, another chapter of Kakegurui. So yes, we are actually ending off Volume 1 today, because I think Chapter 4 is the final chapter of Volume 1. And hopefully YouTube does kick in like it apparently is. It's there. I don't know. I want to know your lies there. You freaking hell, here we are. There we are. That scared the hell out of me for a second there. Yeah, so what was I gonna say before I even start this? I'm a little bit kind of all over the place right now because I don't know what's happening, but Amazon's losing their goddamn minds. Like, I just found out everything's just gone cheap for some profound reason. I was like, huh. I was like, all right, can't argue with those numbers there, Amazon. I mean, I got a £40 card for PlayStation for like 25 quid. I was like, can't argue with that because PlayStation sells on right now. Though they have actually price hiked the goddamn PlayStation Plus, which is not freaking good. I actually can't see it, so I can't actually, I can't feel the same pain. I'm currently still stuck in the original layout, which is still evidently terrible, but still, I have no idea what the new one's like. I've heard people say, like, it gets rid of a load of things. You're like, oh. I think it's really a view count for how many views you've got on your videos altogether. I was like, damn. Alright. Thanks, YouTube. So I used to love reading that for a bit. So I remember the days when you used to be able to see your how much you've actually made on your channel together. Not how much you made, I mean the sense of view count on the channel itself. Like separated from the view count for the videos yourself. You used to be able to see the actual channel like kind of numbers, but now you don't. That's been out for like a good 4 years. Those are the good days. Those are the good days, like 2011 I think. That's like the first layout. Again, I can't actually, oh, that sounds terrible. Everything's the same colour. Oh no. Oh no. I can't stand that. I can't stand them as one just solid colour. I can't stand one coloured layouts. It's just, it's disgusting. I find it hard to go to the next place. I think I'm on the actual right place and I'm not. I'm like, what do I do? But yeah, so anyway, back to the thing at hand. So yes, as we left off last chapter, which was chapter 4. Oh god, that sounds terrible. So yeah, when we left off last chapter, I think, if I remember correctly, Jabami was fighting, I can't remember how to say her name, because her name's really freaking overly complicated. So it's Yuriko Nishinotorin. Yeah, that's how you say her name correctly. So yeah, she was fighting her, and basically she compared her to human excrement. I was like, oh! Laying down the law upon thee. I like it. I like a Jabami. After that point I realised, oh Christ, she's like best girl. We probably need to get a better girl than this girl right now, so let's just call it a day and go home. So yeah. I want to see how this all turns out because I don't know whether or not the anime has covered this chapter yet. Hell if I know, I actually can't watch it. No, she hasn't lost yet, actually. She's currently in the midst of losing, but she's like still stuck in the perpetual like limbo of losing and not losing. So I think she's like, oh yeah, I found out your games, son, and she's all like, oh. And now she's basically trying not to slap her. Like, she's literally got the face of, I will kill you if I had the chance right now. That's the kind of face she has right now. So, yeah. This is like the end of Volume 1. So I think Volume 2 then begins the kind of big-ass, like, kind of arc of the Student Council. Which is always what you see in these kind of things, because Student Council was always the kind of prime place to go to in these kind of mangas. So, yeah. Either way. I'm fracking well interested to see how this one ends because she's basically just laid down a law upon her and she's like, oh god, what do I do? What do I say? I have no idea. So anyway, let's begin chapter 4. Oh, we were on chapter 4, chapter 3 last time. No, don't trust me. I'm like on about 3 hours schedule of sleep. So I'm kind of just like in the midst of remembering things and also from like 3 weeks ago as well. Please cars. Please cars. So yes. So Grin. Everything is fine, Kumagusu-san. She is just a bit loose-lipped is all. But oh yes. And I'm sorry that you bet didn't and I'm sorry that your bets didn't go well. I'm sure you thought picking 2, 4, and 10 would do well for you, but it didn't work out that way. Chapter 4. The crazed girls of... Damn it, these names get me all the time. So it's Hiyakao Academy, I think. I might have to consult a person saying that to me in my ear to actually find out whether or not I did say it correctly. Because I don't know whether... I'm one of those people that only remembers how to say words, but if someone actually tells it to me, because otherwise I just don't remember how to say it. 2, 4, and 10? Why do you say that? You see, I love wordplay. The characters that you spell your last name can be read 2, 4, and 10 in right. Oh wait. The characters that spell your last name can be read 2, 4, 10 in right. When I realized that, I thought those must be the numbers you bet on. Did you never realize yourself, Nishino Torin-san? It is your own name after all, huh? It's some sort of pun on her name. Could I get you to stop playing with my name? It's a long history dating back to ancient Kyoto, but if you count even numbers 6 and 8 are missing. You can't bet on those. It makes sense to leave those 2 out. You might say that your name makes it senseless to do so. Ah, that's so funny. Damn it. Damn you, quit fooling. I love her. I love her to bits. She's not my favourite character, like, currently. I love her. She's amazing. She doesn't give a rat's ass about anything. She just says how it is. You're like, I can't argue with her. I just can't. You end up actually just falling in love with her even more just for that reason. You just can't hate her because she's just so cool about everything. Yeah. How droll. The student council president was right about you. You're very interesting. It's a little uncomfortable being praised like that. Now, shall we continue? How much shall we wager? Yeah, regardless, if it comes up life or death, it's boring if none of our numbers come up. So let's bet it all. All 40 chips we've got left. You got quite the resolve. What? Why is she provoking her? What could she possibly gain by bringing the wrath of the student council on herself? The 2 of you are ready, yes? I'll toss the 10 swords in. They're down. 10. I cannot let this happen. I cannot allow myself to become angry by his unabashed taunts of hers. It would disgrace the student council. But even if I win like usual, this has affected my mental state, and stress is the biggest enemy of beauty. There you are. The wise words of this manga. Stress is the enemy of beauty. It sounds like a quote you put on a t-shirt. I don't know why. Don't know why. Student council president told me to just see how good she was, and that's it. But just like that, the name life and death. Can't say those words. The name life or death suggests I'm going to kill her. Whoa, 5 chips in 8 different places? If all she's trying to do is get the last of Yumeko's chips, she doesn't need to bet 5 chips. Definitely pissed Yumeko's She's definitely pissed. Yumeko's taunting him a bit overboard. Here, 6. I apologize if I've offended you, Nishino Torin-san. 5. Why the sudden change? No, I'm not mad. Besides, you should be more worried about running out of time. Everything I said was just stupid nonsense. I was saying so I could bet here. Please forgive me. Huh? 0. That's it. No more bets. What? She put all 40 shits on 24? Why? Why? Oh. Why, you ask? Because you're cheating. Oh, snap! Cheating? Yes, look at that right hand of the dealer. Notice how there's something that looks like moles on her hand. The person who guided us here had the exact same moles. Huh? But what are they? Whatever they are, they're not natural. They took something like an earring and put it in their hand so it wouldn't stick out. to make their members pierce their own hands just for this trick. Ho 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 ho, Nishino Torin-san. You certainly do wonderful things around here. There is likely a magnet within one of those swords. By using the metal in the dealer's hand, they can hold a sword with the magnet when the cup is shaken. And when they drop the cup on the board, by sliding their hand on the outside of the cup, they can move the sword to the desired spot and position it up or down. She did all of that. I had wondered why I had wondered why she provoked Nishino Torin before. Was it all for that one bet, to make sure that the trick is used so she can predict the winning number? Hold it right there. I haven't guessed the sword's location correctly since you've come in here, and your friend placed her bet after the cup was shaken, so there's no way I took part in this scheme you're talking about. The best part about this scheme is that you're not 100% guaranteed to win. Ooh! Even if the dealer can control where the sword goes, it takes a lot of skill to bet the sword to go into the designated hole. Plus, there's a chance other swords would end up in the other holes. You can only control one sword, so the rest is left up to luck. Your actual win percentage probably isn't that high, is it? So because of that, Satomi didn't see through your scheme. It's not always guaranteed to work. But that was more than enough for you. You're both the president of the Traditional Culture Club and a member of the Student Council, so you could easily go into gambling dens with lots of money. You don't need to win every single match. All you wanted was to have a slight edge over your opponent. That way, after several dozen or even several hundred games that play out in this gambling den, you'd still steadily save up winnings. Ooh. Money always decides the final victor, not only in gambling or casino management. This rule applies to all parts of capitalist society. For whoever hath to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whoever hath not from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Matthew 3:12. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's go down interesting routes. The important part of this scheme was not the trick, but rather your financial muscle, so to speak. Surely you must not think too much about losing tens of millions of yen. Even when Satomi made a bet with the purpose of blowing you out of the water, you maintained your composure. How scary. That's not an equivalent gamble. I'm putting everything I own on the line. That's not fair. How about we experience the same pain? For my 40 chits worth of bet, if I get a hit and its life you lose will be 2.17 billion yen. Alexa, how much is 2.17 billion yen in pounds?
2,170,000,000 Japanese yen is 14,909,000 pounds.
Holy crap. Holy crap. 14 million pounds. 14 million pounds. Thank you, Alexa. She's like my co-host when I need her. Like, she just tells me the numbers when I need to. I just could have googled it, but still, it's more convenient if they did it that way. Oh, there we are. She's currently in the midst of maybe losing 40 million pounds. Alexa, how much is 40 million pounds in dollars?
40 million pounds is $52,380,000.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Ho ho ho! Losers will be $52 million. Oh boy! Oh boy! What's the exchange rate? Damn it! That's some terrible exchange rate. God. Man, dollar against the pound. Whew. Whew. Not good. Not good at all. Again, apparently. Ho 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 ho. The idea of losing such a big sum in one gamble, that is true life or death. Now then, let's go gambling mad. I love her. Why is it always the insane ones? Why is it always the insane ones always the best ones? Why is it always the insane ones? Oh man. Oh man. My heart belongs to the insane apparently. Now then, let's settle this. Will you open the cup? Yuriko-sama, do I really have the means to pay 2.17 billion yen? Even if I do, I can't allow that large amount of sum to change hands. Jesus Christ, my throat will not leave me alone right now. I may have to go into the stashed payments of the traditional culture club members. But if I lose those payments, I may lose the status of a member of the student council. There are many benefits to being a student council member. I have as much money and authority as I want. The fact that I am a council member is the reason this club can continue to exist. The reason the guys were being able to avoid becoming house pets. If it wasn't a council member, this would have all been ruined. Everything would be wrecked. Oh! I have to settle this. As long as the cup has not come up yet, I still have a chance. Yumeko-san. Sorry to intrude. Oh snap! Here we go. Student council's coming in. I mean, you know, you're screwed when you got a crazed lolly in the party as well. Crazed lolly in the parties. That's when you're screwed. Yeah, he coming out. That one's alive. Nah, man. Nah, not at all. Not at all. No. President, what are you doing here? Huh? Student council president? Looks like things have gotten interesting. When you're betting a large sum of money, trouble tends to arise, so I'm going to act as an observer. There is no need for you to trouble yourself, President. I can handle this on my... Just shut up and wait for the result. Oh, okay, alright. Yeah. What's the matter, Yuriko-chan? You've gotten so pale all of a sudden. Yuriko-sama. Time to begin. The results. Huh? Death on 10? And life on 7? Huh? 7? I bet on the right number. No, what's more important is that there's no sword sticking in 24, right? Yuriko-sama bet 5 chips and got a life. So the cup totals are Yuriko-sama's with 195 and Jabami's with negative 115, which means that Yuriko-sama wins with 310 million yen ending the game. No way. Yumeko lost. Huh? Congratulations, Yuriko-sama. Am I dreaming? There's no way. I honestly didn't think you could pull off a win. It seems like luck was really on your side, Yuriko. I've seen you in a new light, and things turned out so poorly for you. You fought so hard in the match, only to be defeated because of luck. A bear in the hole play. Huh? Well. Well, who can say? Yeah. 310 million yen. What are you going to do? Do you have some way to get that money? Yumeko. This is the room directly below the tea ceremony room, right? Looks like a normal classroom, nothing unusual about it. Oh snap, here we go. Bear in the hole refers to a type of cheating often used in the past during the dice games. First they place the tiny holes in the floor. Since they put down a white cloth on the floor, when the dice games are played, it isn't something you notice at first glance. And in traditional Japanese homes, there are space under the floors, so they put someone in on the scheme in that space. That person will use the light of a candle or some such to see through the cloth and know what the dice landed on. And then, depending on what number are face up, they would stick a needle through the cloth. Oh! they would change the dice so that the gambling den would be at advantage. The tricksters of old thought of some pretty incredible things. Now that you've mentioned it, I think I've heard about that before. But where are you going with this? This school, no, the student council president is far greater than I imagined. I'm fairly certain that the student council president did roughly the same thing during my match, using magnets. They used the power of magnets to move the sword that was stuck in 24, and from the look of things, Nishino Torin-san did not know about it. However, the fact that there was another sword in her chamber was certainly luck on her side. Wait. Didn't you say that was only possible because of the space under the floor of traditional Japanese homes? The classroom is directly beneath the tea ceremony room, so would that even be... If you need a space for such a trick, you could just make it on your own, right? Make your own? Yes, it's their own advantage to have a space between the two floors, so all they have to do is modify the building that way. It may have even been that way when the school was built, or the student council president may have ordered the modification specifically for that game. How wonderful that would be if it was true. What in the world? This is just so crazy. Yeah, it's a pretty absurd conversation to have. Normally, that's not the kind of thing one can even imagine, much less carry out, not even for a second. Only a crazy person would do something like that. Alright, I've decided. I want to gamble with the student council president. She's awesome. I love her. I'll get the omake at the end as well, I remember now. Because it was the little bit on the end. Okay. I guess we're going to see her in a completely different light. It's actually not completely backcrap insane. Who we also just imagine, oh yeah, she's also backcrap insane. So we do remember in her light that she was beforehand. So it doesn't change anything. But she's still in our hearts as best girl. So, time for some end of volume bonus comics. So, Maid Cafe. This has no relation to the actual story. I had a Maid Cafe open in the academy, so I went to check it out. This is the first time I've been to a Maid Cafe. I'm really looking forward to it. Hello, welcome back, Master. What are you doing here, Yumeko? I'm working here as part-time. I don't think you can save up 310 million yen with a part-time job. Here's our menu. Huh? Why is Russian attached to all the items on the menu? Russian fried octopus balls, Russian omelette rice, Russian sandwich. It's our shop's gimmick. Russian coffee, 800 yen. A high-class coffee that uses the highest quality coffee beans. Only one cup has something strange in it. Huh. Do I gotta drink it? Of course. And take a big gulp. Oh my. So I went up here again. Hello. Tommy, a maid went at me. What are you doing here? I'll just say this now. I'm only doing this because the pay is good, you hear? This isn't some hobby of mine or anything. I said nothing of the sort. Oh man. Okay. Here's a menu. Hurry up and eat and get out of here. They've got a menu without all the Russian items. What is this? A super cute power injection on the menu. Don't get cocky. Do I need to put you in your place? What? Okay. Alright. That's the end of the volume, actually. So we're on to volume 2 next time. Oh, man, okay. So, do I need to read this as well? So, this is a heavily luck-relying game. As Suzy-kun says, in the comic, because of an uncertain reading, it is difficult to guess what your opponent has in their hand based solely on the 3 cards in yours, so it ends up feeling relatively close to normal rock, paper, scissors. It certainly takes a long time to play even one round of it, so maybe worth playing. I guess it's just a resume of the actual games we've actually had so far. That's fine then. It is a little thing. It just tells you, oh yeah, by the way, this is what that's about. Okay. That's fine. Oh, boy, that's right. So yeah, anyhow, let's get down to business. Oh boy, I mean, I quite liked how it played out because it played out different to what I expected. Because I thought, okay, she's gonna win this, isn't she? So, I kind of like the fact it kind of just went, no, she actually lost. It's kind of like, okay, alright, that's actually better, because it kind of just, it doesn't tell you that it's always going to be smooth sailing. It doesn't tell you, oh yeah, by the way, she's always going to win. Because I thought to myself, okay, well, she's going to win for at least maybe at most 10 chapters or 15 chapters. I expected her to only win for like 3 chapters and that was it. But it's kind of interesting in that regard. So yeah, I mean, all in all, pretty freaking good. I quite liked it. I mean, it just has that edge that it kind of keeps you interested. Yeah, I mean, you kind of guess, oh yeah, everyone's cheating at this point, because who isn't in this goddamn school at this point? Who isn't cheating? So it kind of, it has that area of predictability, but I'll maintain that probably at one point they will actually change this whole entire game and actually kind of allow us not to kind of realize, oh yeah, everyone's cheating. And I guess at one point, possibly, the actual outcomes will be even more satisfying, because again, the idea of cheating does lend itself well to the whole entire idea that the satisfying conclusion of the whole entire game, because you feel that satisfaction because the person who's actually been cheating's lost. But in this case, the actual person who's been cheating actually won. But it feels as if it's too predictable, and I think at one point I have to change it, but I maintain it probably at one point I will change it. Though it's still satisfying nonetheless. I don't mind it. I don't mind it keep on going like this for a long while, because it's still kind of interesting, because each game does have its own edge above every other game, so it does actually kind of keep you on your toes, because you've got to kind of remember how every single game's playing out to actually kind of realize, oh yeah, they're probably cheating. Because again, the card game beforehand was really easy to pinpoint, because you knew straight away, if you knew anything about cards, that on the back of them they actually tend to have symbols that tell you what the card is. So it's actually kind of like, okay, well, I knew that one straight away, because it wasn't really kind of hard to actually kind of like realize, oh yeah, she's cheating. But I mean, I guess I'm guessing they'll probably get more complex as time goes on, or hopefully they might, because otherwise if they just continue in this vein, they might kind of go against it, because again, the whole entire manga does ride on its own games and how they play out. So it's one of those things, it has to kind of maintain a kind of fine line between being predictable and kind of being the exact same game constantly. So I mean, it probably might do something at one point. But yeah, I mean, the ride isn't so bad, actually. The whole entire first volume has been quite fun to read. Like, it's one of those things, because Yumeko is just such an interesting character. I mean, she's one of those characters you kind of associate with this kind of manga, but she's still just kind of fun to watch, because she's absolutely back-crap insane. Like, it makes everything so much better. Like, she was kind of a bit more, like, kind of down-to-earth, kind of just the same old character. I don't think it had exactly the same effect. But because she's actually this insane, it kind of just... it actually works in that regard. But yeah, I'm guessing that Student Council is going to be the main focal point of the next volume. So hopefully their games do something, because they have to kind of up the game somehow. And also the other thing is Susie's actual character. I think he's the only one who's a missing link so far. Because again, he's just kind of in the background. He's kind of he's basically us. Literally, he is us. He's us if we were there. Which is actually not such a bad thing, but at the same time, we wish he would actually be something more than he is right now, because he's a bit too kind of afraid when you think about it. He doesn't know what to do with himself most of the time. He's kind of, if he was taken out, it wouldn't be such a loss. So he actually has to kind of do something, is a better way to describe it. He has to kind of literally just like be less of the weight he is right now. Which I maintain they'll probably do at one point. I see that he will probably develop, because at the moment he's the only character has no characterization whatsoever beyond what we've seen so far. So I anticipate they will do it, and I hopefully they will. But yeah, I mean, all in all, in resume, it's actually a pretty freaking good manga. Like, I've seen people kind of trash on this a little bit more than I imagined, because I've seen people go, oh, it's actually not living up to hope. And I was like, oh, why? It's actually pretty good. It's actually quite fun to read. It's one of those ones that you could just distract yourself for about an hour and just read it and not get bored, because it's just one of those fun ones. Like, if you know anything about how gambling works, you kind of find yourself a bit more attached to it. But if you don't, you kind of find yourself just enjoying the ride and how everything plays out. So it's actually kind of neato in that regard. So yeah, I mean, hopefully it just gets to its own stride. I think it's sort of getting it right now. But I maintain at one point it probably will get its stride completely and actually kind of floor us with some chapters. Like, oh, okay, this one was actually quite good, because it's just a whole entire bit of her cheating and like, oh damn. But it's not surprising at all. So yeah, all in all, good. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay that little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help me quite a bit. But until next time, I shall see you guys later.